Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm really excited about this Spaceperium game. This game is being developed at the time I'm doing this presentation, and it is a wonderful game. It's going to I'm going to be very precise and cut through all the cheese uh, to get into exactly what this game represents. This game is an hybrid, it's an experiment, a hybridization between real life and the game reality. It takes place maybe a few generations into the future as we're branching out into the universe. But the thing is this: it incorporates our present time, not in the sense that it is the present time in the future. No, not particularly. But in terms of the user, the player who is playing in the game, they're going to be able to relate, be able to play the game simply because they know what's happening or around them. So, there's times in the game where current events, what's happening in current events, impact what's happening in the game. And so, in that sense, and as they're communicating with other players, they're going to be talking about what they're talking about anyway. They talk about it on other platforms like Facebook or on other websites or on YouTube videos. They're discussing these topics. Spaceperium will incorporate this discussion into the gameplay itself. So these are one of the things that we're incorporating into this game that make it a viable social game. And so that's an important aspect to understand. We're making this game a viable social game, a game that lives both in the game universe as well as in real life. The game is incorporating our society into the game. So even though we're going into space, and the premise, one of the things about the game is that we're colonizing space. We're beginning to colonize. We're expanding into space. Is that the real world nations and countries are also represented out in space? And so that is also part of what we're doing with with the Spaceperium game. So those factors come into play as well. Um, so that's important, and also the issue of commerce is also part of this game. So we have social interaction, we have national realizations, nations and cultures realized in space and in the game. And then we also have the commercial aspect of all of our lives are surrounded by this, and so those factors also come into play in Spaceperium. So it is all encompassing gameplay that involves the same social circles that people have or at present. Okay, the game affords, so you can see the viability of this as a socially shared experience. Makes the game something that groups would want to be drawn to, because of course if one person in a group becomes involved in the game, then the game is also made to promote itself to the rest of that person's group, social circles. And so it has certain things in the game that create an atmosphere that other people will want to be interested, will get interested, informed, and then join in the game as well. And then it has a little bit of something for everybody. The game participants contribute to the game in different ways so that the game becomes their own persona as well, their characters in the game. So it becomes a personal thing for each of the players. And their social circles can be organizations, they can be businesses, they can be, what institutions there are, even communities, and these are realized within the game as well. So it is creating an online, virtual, real world scenario in a different setting, in a space futuristic setting, and that's what is being done, and it's really run by the people. So the players run this. The players are the ones that interact with the game and cause everything to happen. And so the game, it has great viral potential. It has great faculties for it, capacity for it. It has its fashion in the way to promote social circles and promote itself through those social circles, and to promote commercial interests. We have at least three vehicular commerce type of assets within the game. And we do have four, because there's one commercial aspect that is not vehicular, which is planetary. So that's another thing. So we actually have four different ways for commercial interests to participate also in this game, again within the construct of neighborhoods, within the construct of nations, within the construct of social circles, organizations, etc. This is also incorporated into Spaceperium. So again, this is not just your regular game. This is actually something far more greater than any game so up to date. And we're developing here. I'm glad to be the developer of it, the inventor, the creator of it, and this is going to be a very special program and very special game that is being created here. Spaceperium, that is the name of the game, and that's what we promote this to you, and we ask you to take a look at it and join in early. It's like everything else. The earlier you get in, the more better you'll be situated when everybody else starts then coming into this game, because this is a very impacting game, and it's going to have a great social impact. And so we're happy to present to you Spaceperium.